coming back to you, you said that you've had your longest anything was 1 week.
I mean, I think it depends on like what your definition. You said talking to someone. Like we are fresh out of high school, so we have a very different like relationship to the how relationships work with people. I never dated anybody in high school, and I never really spent a considerable amount of time talking to someone in like a dating kind of way.
Well, you go to UCSB, correct?
Yeah.
So you were here for the fall semester. Is it quarter or semester at UCSB?
Quarter.
Okay, quarter. So that starts in like September.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're now in March. That's what, 6, 7 months? So, I mean, in that period of time, UCSB is the #1 party school in the U.S. There's parties every single weekend. Just you two, actually. How frequently do you guys party? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Usually
Friday,
just
Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, but I mean,
Okay.
it varies. Some weekends we don't go out at all. Other weekends,
Sure.
3 days in a row.
Also,
Depends.
like different definitions of, I guess, because like sometimes we'll go to parties, sometimes we're just hanging out with smaller groups of people. But again, I don't think it's necessarily like just going out to parties as a purpose of like finding a relationship or whatever. Like we met a lot of cool people doing that.
No, I'm not saying that you need to go to these environments to necessarily find a relationship, but the longest period of time you've ever talked to a guy, whether that's in college or prior, was 1 week, correct?
I mean, that was a generalization. If I really think about it, I might have had someone who I was kind of interested in that I talked to for a little bit longer than that, but nothing to the point where I was like, I'm texting this person constantly. I think that we're going to be in a relationship.
And so kind of like, do you have a sense of what you're looking for?
As of right now, I don't. I think still I'm just a very busy person.
Mm-hmm.
And so just not right now, no.
Okay, so are you currently seeing someone right now?
No.
Are you currently hooking up with someone right now?
No.
When's the last time you hooked up with someone?
I think the last time I kissed someone was a couple of weeks ago.
That's not really what I mean by hook up, but...
Hook up, I don't know, probably a while ago.
It's been a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, busy with school,
Busy with school,
I feel it. And what about you? Are you talking to somebody right now?
No. I don't know.
But you party every weekend, right?
Yeah, I party every weekend, but that doesn't mean I'm getting with guys every weekend.
Yeah.
No, of course not. But I mean, there's certainly, like I said, UCSB, #1 party school. It's definitely quite a bit of a hookup culture. I'm sure you guys would agree. There's
of course.
There's a crazy hookup culture here, and it does seem, I've heard from both men and women that it seems to be, at least for people that live in this area, it's hard for people to find relationships because everyone just wants to hook up, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you brought up the fact that we've been here for 6-7 months, whatnot. But within that time frame, I have met a very small handful of people who have expressed wanting a relationship in any kind. The hookup culture is very prevalent here. People don't want relationships.
People don't want relationships. Do you want a relationship?
No, I mean, I just got out of one.
Right. 2 months ago, you said?
Yeah. So jumping into something serious right now is just not really desirable for me.
Okay, got it. So would you say you're kind of just doing your own thing, or do you occasionally will do hookups, or not? I mean,
yeah, I have here and there, but again, not really. It's getting over a recent breakup and stuff. Like, I haven't really been putting myself out there.
Has there been a rebound?
There was like one person I was seeing for like a very short period of time, but I don't really talk to them anymore.
And what about you? Any hookups here and there? Or
a couple here and there. Nothing super serious, but.
I have a question. I'm very curious. How do guys, like you're around your age, how do they talk to you guys? Because
that's the funny thing is that they don't. I have gotten approached at a party maybe twice since being here. Men don't approach us here. Which I find funny because there's so many beautiful women here in Isla Vista.
Honestly, think that might be the problem.
Yeah, there's so many of us here, but no, me and my friends, like, we never really get approached at parties. So even the men who do come up and talk to us, they're
You've been approached only twice.
I mean, that I can.
I mean, you can have conversations with people, but just like a guy coming up to you being like, "Hey, can I get your number?"
I didn't mean to interrupt you there. You said, but the men who do approach us, you were about to say.
I mean, it's again very rare, but the ones who have approached me were like very, very incoherent and very, very drunk. I couldn't really hold like a clear conversation with them, so it's kind of iffy if it even like counts.
I think the biggest difference from when I was growing up to the generation now is I remember being in 8th grade. We used to have used to go home from school. They used to have chat rooms that you could call, and you would call the chat room. You would enter the room, and you would just talk to people. You don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Whether you would just no. This is like an actual.
Like Omegle.
I'm from I'm from Memphis. And there was like there was a number you would call.
I've heard
and
of it.
then you would just enter the chat, and then you would just talk. You might be just talking the whole time, but you might meet a girl. You just talk to a girl, and that's all you did was talk.
Was it randomized?
Yeah, it's random. You don't know. Yeah, you don't know who you're talking to. No, you can't see it. This was.
This
was pre-smartphone.
So they could have catfished and.
Yeah, you could have been. I mean, you'd be like, oh, what school do you go to? So I think that's why a lot of.
Wait,
people,
that's the reason. That's why. I've never heard of that thing.
Well, yeah, but I feel like that's why. Well, it's one of the reasons why
You think because on social media?
I think the big reason is dating apps and social media.
True.
That's why, in the past, if a guy wanted to get a girl, he couldn't just get on an app and swipe and hope some girl comes over.
True.
Now, a lot of guys have access to the dating apps, and whereas before, if you didn't approach a girl, you had nothing.
Yeah.
Even if these guys aren't successful on the dating apps, they still they're at least maybe getting some conversation, right? Whereas at least attempting to get an option, whereas back then you had to approach a girl.
Yeah.
So
I think not only are there more options, which I think you brushed on, but you also get more of a chance to decide what you're going to respond with or how you're going to talk,
you get
right?
to tailor your
voice to text or something video to video, or a guy approaching you at a party. He has to actually think about how his swagger is, how his movements are, everything. But now it's just if you're spitting game text to text, you could think about a response in 2 hours.
True. Right.
You know?
I wanted to
which I love and I
yeah.
hate for myself too, because I can think of something witty to say an hour later, but I was if I was like this in person, is this really me, or is this just
absolutely
me an hour later?
Women don't really need game though.
Really?
No, but it's
women
important.
Don't need game.
It's
not
important
to have
to
sex,
uphold.
but
That's
fair.
true. Respectfully, most men will just sleep with anything or anyone if given the opportunity and chance.
What?
Men will fuck apple pie American Pie.
I know. Good film.
Great film.
Yeah.
Wait, you think American Pie?
But in order to,
you think American Pie is a great film?
It did what it did at the time period it was portrayed in.
Okay, cool.
It's a classic.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That's one of my guilty pleasure favorite films. Okay,
Yeah,
so
no, it's good.
Go ahead. Someone was
Oh yeah, American Pie.
American.
This
okay.
was that where this one time from band camp?
Yeah, that's where that came
I
from.
used to. So I was in the marching band in high school, and we used to always say that. That was my favorite thing.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. I did have sex with my couch at
What?
some point. No, I'd probably say fourth grade. There's crevices in the.
Oh, that's
Have you guys seen Big
it.
Mouth where he literally f***s the pillow and the couch?
No, I
need
need
to
to
watch that. That's literally you.
No, there's
But
some
it's
guys
about,
watching.
going through
the guys
puberty
watching,
and
y'all
stuff.
have all done some weird stuff. Don't act like I'm.
Girls too. Girls too.
Y'all hump the edges of counters and stuff.
That's true. That's true. Actually,
everyone's done some weird stuff. Don't act like I'm.
For sure.
No, you're not alone. Watch the TV show. They literally wrote it into there. Big Mouth. I swear.
Oh yeah.
So you're in a situationship, correct?
Yeah.
How long has that?
It's just been on and off, and it's kind of I don't know. I'm just really good friends with him, and it's not necessarily any expectations.
On and off for how long?
I've known him for 2 years. Yeah.
So you've been in a 2-year situationship.
Yeah, but I'm just the type. It's not even I'm trying to get wifed or anything like that. It's just I'm the type that I am a relationship person. So if I'm not in a committed relationship, then I typically just date around, and then if I connect with somebody, I stay with that one person, and it can be casual, it can be open. I'm open-minded, so it's I don't mind if he's, as long as there's clear communication, I don't mind if he's sleeping around or anything like that, as long as he's honest with me, he's safe, I'm safe, all that kind of stuff. If I'm not, now if my wants shift to where I want to be in a committed relationship, I'd no longer be in that situation.
So you said are you seeing other guys right now?
No, I'm a relationship person, so it's hard for me to actually but it's like I like to just pick one person and kind of stick with that person because I don't like catch feelings that often, so I don't feel the need or draw to like go elsewhere as long as like it's a respectful relationship. And yeah, like,
is he sleeping with other girls?
Oh, I'm sure. Like I'm sure he is.
You don't mind?
Not really, no.
But you're exclusive to him.
Yes, like, but not that I'm not like, hey, this, like, I'm only for you. I'm basically your girlfriend without the title. It's more just like we have a mutual respect, and I have all the freedom in the world to go elsewhere. I just don't want to personally, because I don't like to sleep around.
Sure.
Like,
so,
personally.
Okay, so you can, if another guy were to come into the picture that you decided this new guy's better than this situationship, then obviously trade up or whatever.
I mean, I don't know if it's trading up because, like I said,
Is he a Chad?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Exhibit A, Chad, tall.
Chad, tall. Not tall,
good looking,
handsome, but yeah, tall, masculine.
I'll say he's a Chad. Yeah.
How tall is he?
He's 6'8".
Oh, that's crazy.
I am 5'10" and 6'1" in heels, so I like them tall.
8?
Yeah, 6'8", 6'9".
Does he play basketball?
He doesn't play any sports right now, but he's an athlete in like.
What kind of athlete?
I think basketball, football, boxing.
2-year situationship, you think?
I mean, like, he's older, so he doesn't do those things anymore. I think he's 32.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's retired.
Athletic.
Like, he'll play pickup and he'll go to the gym.
Okay, but he's an athlete.
He's athletic
like
person.
Really,
yes.
Okay, he's fit. He's 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was he a former professional athlete or no?
Like overseas, yeah.
Boxing?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball.
Yeah.
But he's an American citizen.
Yes.
Okay. So 2 years in a situationship. Do you want to get married and have kids at some point?
I don't know about kids per se.
Okay.
But marriage eventually. Yeah. I think I just need to be ready as my own individual person and grow myself and focus on like career and stability and mental health and just being the best version of myself, as cliche as that sounds, and then be in a space to be a good partner. So it's not like I'm pining for anything.
So you said you've been seeing it's on again, off again for 2 years?
Yeah, but like the friendship has been consistent.
How long have you seen? How often do you see him?
Probably like we talk every day or see each other every day for the most part.
Really? You don't live together though?
No, we live really near each other though.
Oh, okay.
But we like
neighbors basically.
We like our friendship like is I don't know, you want to have somebody like-minded as you, so it's like if I'm working on my life and he's working on his and I can do something to help him, I'm going to help him. And if he can do something to help me, he's going to help me. Like it's still a relationship or friendship.
You guys see each other every day?
At least briefly, like
briefly?
Yeah. Like not like some crazy hangout. It could just be like, hey, I'm picking up this at your house, or like, we kind of like have things intertwined a bit, but just as a friendship, kind of like, partnership.
I mean, you say this is a situationship, but I mean, this sounds like a relationship to me. But
right. I mean, not in title, but obviously, like
and you guys see each other almost every day. That's that seems to be out of the realm of situationship, but. That's
my version of a situationship.
Throughout the entire course of the situationship, was there any point? I know you said not now. You're not dating and seeing other guys. Has there ever been a point where you've hooked up with another guy while you were maybe earlier on in the situationship?
Like really early on, I was definitely like talking to other people, and I was like honestly coming off of like a pretty bad breakup, so I was like more trying to distract myself rather than like actually searching for somebody or whatever. There was one person I like talked to and maybe like hung out with, but I didn't like really. There's not like a lot of overlap, if any.
Okay, so but you're not like you won't even go on a date with another guy, correct?
If I was feeling them, but to be honest, it takes a lot of energy to like go through the dating apps and all that kind of stuff. And I don't necessarily, I'm a homebody for the most part, so I don't really have a lot of energy for that. And I don't know what that means.
It's a good thing, don't worry. Okay,
but yeah, like, so I don't have like the energy for that. And I've not dated that many people because I don't feel, as much as I can mentally connect on a friendship level, I don't feel sexual attraction to a lot of people because I'm like demisexual.
Okay, so, but...
A what? A what? Sexual?
It doesn't matter.
It's demisexual.
Okay, so
Demi?
You said that he's seeing other girls, correct?
Yes, we have the respect for each other that if I asked him a direct question, he would tell me. But if I don't ask, he doesn't need to tell me, and I don't necessarily always like need to be up in his business. It's his life.
Do you want a relationship with him?
I would definitely be open to that and like want more, but it's all about timing. Like,
have you broached?
We've talked about it here and there, but
what does he say?
Like, again, it's a timing thing. He doesn't like reject the idea at all. It's more of just being on the same page about certain issues. And then like, men, they tie their emotional and mental health a lot to their monetary status. So, with COVID and everything, a lot of people had setbacks, and men often like to go it alone and like pull themselves up by their bootstraps and everything. A good woman, in my opinion, could obviously help the situation, but men, that takes such a toll on their mental that they need to be in a good like space in all parts of their life to then focus in on a relationship. But it's not something that I've like pressed for, and it's not something he's pressed for. We're just kind of on the same page, and we are in like a lot of communication about that.
Could this guy be your life partner?
I could see him being my life partner for sure.
And moving forward, would you continually be okay with him stepping out on you, like with other women?
I think
you're the main chick, but he'll fuck a chick here.
But I wouldn't be mad at us mutually agreeing to certain things. You get older, you try a lot of things, you don't know.
Sounds like alpha widow. Okay.